I'm about to have a good day. No matter what they say. The sun is shining down on me. Birds are singing praise. I'm about to have a good day. In every single way. The God who made the universe knows me by my name, so it's a good day. Baby in my arms, walking through the neighborhood. Living in the present, not what I shoulda or could. I remember back when I was low as a rug. Now I'm standing up, look at what my father does. Turning all things new, gray skies blue. Hear the church say, won't he do it? I know he's got my back. That's why I'm singing that. I'm about to have a good day. No matter what they say. Sun is shining down on me. Birds are singing praise. I'm about to have a good day. In every single way. The God who made the universe knows me by my name, so it's a good day. It's a good day, no, it's great. Everything I prayed for didn't come in late. I got all I need and I didn't have to wait. Ask me if you love me, you didn't hesitate. Turning all things to gray skies blue. Hear the church saying, won't he do it? I know he's got my back. That's why I'm singing that. I'm about to have a good day. I'm about to have a good day. No matter what they say. The sun is shining down on me. Birds are singing praise. I'm about to have a good day. In every single way. The God who made the universe knows me by my name, so it's a good day. Baby in my arms, walking through the neighborhood. Living in the present, not what I shoulda or could. I remember back when I was low as a rug. Now I'm standing up, look at what my father does. Turning all things new, gray skies blue. Hear the church saying, won't he do it? I know he's got my back. That's why I'm singing that. I'm about to have a good day. No matter what they say. Sun is shining down on me. Birds are singing praise. I'm about to have a good day. In every single way. The God who made the universe knows me by my name, so it's a good day. It's a good day, no, it's great. Everything I prayed for didn't come in late. I got all I need and I didn't have to wait. Ask me if you love me, you didn't hesitate. Turning all things to gray skies blue. Hear the church saying, won't he do it? I know he's got my back. That's why I'm singing that. I'm about to have a good day. No matter what they say. Sun is shining down on me. Birds are singing praise. I'm about to have a good day. In every single way. God who made the universe knows me by my name, so it's a good day.
Hey, how y'all doing? It's a good day. Yeah, happy Tuesday evening to you. Welcome to the Rich Live Show. I miss y'all. Get some background music going on here. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? All right. So, let me see. I don't want to miss anybody. Happy Tuesday evening to you. Welcome to the Rich Live Show. If this is your first time, I go by the name of Coach Rich or Rich Live, whatever you want to call me. Thanks for taking the time to tune in. Good evening to my moderators, the one and only Renee and beautiful Bridget, and of course Ronnie over there on the MSC Network. I appreciate you. Hey, Sexy Greta, how you doing? Veronica. Who else we got here? All right. A lot of people coming on in. Come on in here. Come on in here. Get on there. I see Tracy here. Dorothy, how you doing? Is that Gwen? First time? Hey, welcome, welcome. Hey, we're all about motivation, positivity. This is a great atmosphere if you want to grow, learn, and do something different with your life and be in a place where you're not stuck, then welcome. This is a good place. Get yourself something nice to sip on. I'm going to speak to you guys for about an hour and some change if it's really good. But listen, I'm an ordinary person trying to do some extraordinary things, and you guys are extraordinary too as well. If you don't believe so, stay tuned in. So I'm going to give y'all a second to go ahead and get locked in. Hey, I know I miss you guys Saturday. I'm here typically on Saturdays doing my thing. And I was actually performing at a concert with my artist, T. Holloway, in Mississippi. What part of Mississippi? It is Pass Christian, Mississippi. So shout out to Joseph and the crew over there in Mississippi, all the radio stations that promoted the event, the news, I believe it was Channel 2, and some other channels promoted the event. And shout out to the mayor of Pass Christian, Mississippi. Appreciate everybody for having us on y'all main stage for Jazz in the Pass. It's like a jazz in the garden, but it's jazz in the pass in Mississippi. So shout out to those folks over there. So I do work. I do more than just be on the radio. So sometimes I'm on stages, and that's where I was this weekend past. And so listen, I'm gonna dive into the conversation. I will not be here this Saturday, because I got another event this Saturday coming. But I will be here Friday, so we're gonna have a good time Friday. How about that? Welcome Shay and everybody else that's getting logged in. Michelle Peace. Listen, how you doing, Angel? Brenda, good to see you. Hey, Rosie. You're lucky. Y'all get on in here. Let's have a good conversation. I'm going to catch you guys up. Let me reset the room real quick. Hopefully I didn't meet anybody in the greeting. How you doing, love? Listen, so last Tuesday, we're all about movement. I'm just not going to be here talking to myself. And I've been often thinking about you guys and saying, is this conversation helping? Is this motivation helping? I'm posting all these good nuggets and all these good gems and things of that nature, and I'm hoping it's making a difference. So what I did is I had a challenge last Tuesday, and I asked everybody to take about 60 seconds, a minute or so, to video themselves. Basically do like a selfie video and talk to yourself and tell yourself how you're doing, and congratulate yourself and honor yourself, and tell yourself things like you're proud of you, or what you expect you to do. What are you expecting from yourself? But the goal was to have you do that so you can see yourself. So when you play it back, while you're doing it, it's not going to make a whole lot of sense. But when you play it back, you get an opportunity to see what that looks like, see what it feels like for you to make promises to yourself, for you to encourage yourself, for you to speak life into your own future and play it back and see what you actually look like as a character speaking to yourself. And are you believable? Some folks say they did it and it turned out really well for those who participated. But the reason for this conversation is that I'm about movement, right? So I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to talk and I'm going to share my stories with you. But I'm hoping that we can go somewhere together, because I just don't want to just be putting stuff out there in the universe. But these are things that some people will charge you for and call them secrets. and have you pay for them. But I'm giving you game for absolutely free. So if you recorded yourself for about 60 seconds or so, I want to know what it felt like. And for those of you that may be first time, feel like you're a little lost, don't worry, I'm going to catch you up. The whole idea was self-identification and being able to reflect on all of the things that you accomplish and not be so hard on yourself. Give yourself some grace and understand that you're not where you used to be. You're not who you used to be. And you're not where you used to be. You're not who you were in the past. You're a much better version of yourself. Even though you may not be where you would like to be in your life, you're way further ahead than what you probably imagined. But I think a lot of us don't give each other or ourselves enough grace. And I don't think we give ourselves enough gratitude. You know, some of us get stuck in validation of others outside of ourselves. Some of us get stuck in needing input or feedback. And I'm a proponent of feedback is okay, but let's not depend on feedback. Let's feed into ourselves. Let's feed in, not necessarily rely on feedback. So that's what the whole conversation was about last week. This week I'm going to dive in a little bit deeper because we're all about moving. So congratulations to those people that were courageous enough to take the challenge and video themselves for about a minute and play it back and see what you look like. Some people notice things about themselves that they speak with their hands, like I do, speak with their hands. Some folks realize that, they look away. They can't look at the camera. Some people notice that as they were speaking to themselves, they got emotional when they were saying something to themselves. I didn't see the video. It was only for you to do for yourself, not necessarily share with anyone else. It was unfiltered version of you communicating with you on what you're going to do and what you're planning to do, and congratulating yourself for what you have already done. And also acknowledging that you survived so many things that you didn't think you were, and playing it back is oh my God, it's astonishing. So if you were one of those people that took the opportunity to do that, kudos to you. And the reason why I'm having this conversation like this, make sure you share, tap, share. The reason why I'm saying this, because I know by nature, most people were not going to do this challenge. I know by nature, most people want to hear motivation, but not take part in motivation. I know most people want to be inspired by this app, but not do what it takes to receive inspiration. I know most people want to be motivated, encouraged, and taught, but it takes more for you to learn than to just hear someone say something. See, a lot of us believe that we're learning just by listening. Sometimes you have to do, not just listen. And this is why I'm constantly giving out challenges, because these are things that I know actually work as far as getting you at a place of being unstuck, getting you to a place where you can give yourself some grace and get to becoming the person that you really desire to be. And the best way to do that sometimes is to do more than just listen to someone. So if you're one of those people, that love motivation, love inspiration, love listening to podcasts and speakers and things of that nature, that's a great thing. But now I'm going to nudge you a little bit to go a step beyond just listening and start doing something. No, I'm not the world's greatest salesman, and I'm not going to be able to sell you something that's going to make you, buy, but it's not even about that for me. I'm really trying to shed light on how the average folk get stuck in life, and we get on these regiments of needing feedback, of caring what people think, and we live in fear out of embarrassment of things not working out. We live in fear out of what people think and what type of feedback we may receive. So I want to encourage us to stop looking for solidification, stop looking for encouragement outside of ourselves. The whole reason for inspiring you, encouraging you to videos yourself, to teach the lesson that you can encourage yourself. Also to teach that you can motivate yourself and understand that beyond motivation, listening to inspiration, listening to your favorite pastor or motivational speaker, there's so much more required to go beyond that point. But you can do it yourself. So I'm trying to empower us to understand that everything that we need is inside of us. Can y'all agree? Can y'all agree? All right. So I'm going to read some of these comments for a second. Once again, happy Tuesday evening. Hopefully you guys had a great, wonderful Memorial Day. And shout out to our vets, those who have served this great nation. And we love you, especially you, Kathy Clark, and your loved ones, and everyone else that may be married into military or serve in some nature or another. Thank you. All right, so make sure you're following. All right, then we're going to dive into this conversation. Good evening, Rosie and Michelle Peace, if I already didn't speak to you. How you doing, Kathy, again? Make sure you're sharing the live. This is a great conversation. I would not like if somebody that need to hear this didn't get it. Good evening to you, Miss D. Rosie said, did make the video. Graduation time for the grandson. College, I've been very busy on the road. I understand. It only takes 60 seconds. You got to invest into yourself. I'm going to graduations too. It's that season. I'm busy too. Yeah, but hey, let's make sure we get it done. Thank you for your service, Rosie, and everybody. How you doing, Veronica? How you doing, Jackie G, and everybody else? All right, so I'm going to dive into the conversation. The reason why I'm starting to lean these conversations into actionable conversations, because we all need to learn how to self-actualize, and self-actualization means doing it for ourselves. Like, I'm not encouraging you to not listen to your pastor or your coach or whatever it is, your psychologist. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that some things we have to take responsibility and do ourselves. We get to a certain age, we may know more than the people or the person that's trying to help us. We may know how to deal with ourselves better than the people outside of us. So I'm not saying self-counsel. I'm saying hold self-responsible. Good evening to you, Michelle. Thanks for the rose. Appreciate it. Yeah, so let's start taking accountability for ourselves. A lot of times, and I know some of you, my queens here can relate. We're often given an opportunity, and when I say given an opportunity, meaning to change, to get out of situations, to get into situations, to maneuver your life a little bit better. I mean, there's so much data in our history. There's so much intel in our history. There's so much information that tells us who we used to be. But I'm going to leave you with a gem. To be who you would like to be, if you're not already who you would like to be who you would like to be, you have to stop being who you are right now. I know. It's kind of hard to swallow. Sometimes who you are in this moment prevents you from being who you would like to become. The version of yourself now needs all the data and information to become the person that you would like to become. in the very near future. But you have to stop being this version so that you can become the next version. So some stuff we have to let go. Some situations and some of the hang-ups and the way that we deal with circumstances and the way that we deal with everything. If we deal with things the same way, we're going to get the same results because we're dealing with it the same way. Good evening to you, Kendra D. I'm going to say that again. To become the person that you would like to become, the next version, the next level, whatever you should call it, you have to stop being the version of yourself that you are today. So the way that you're handling circumstances and situations today, you may have to nudge or move in a different direction so that you can get different results. Status quo is just that. It's status quo. They have taken surveys after surveys, and I've done research after research, and I'm just not speaking to you. But the truth of the matter is the research shows that most of us live majority of our lives in the gray area. Most of us live in the gray. And I think the reason we live in the gray and not the black and white, because gray is safe. Gray is status quo. Gray does not represent extraordinary behavior. It doesn't represent an extraordinary activity. I give you an example. If you're one of these people, let's have a conversation about it. Y'all ready to have a real conversation? If you're one of these people, and I know I'm talking to all of y'all, if somebody says, let's meet, and you're one of those people say, okay, it's up to you where you want to meet. It's up to you. When you want to meet, I don't know, you tell me. So where you want to go, that's on you. I'm cool. If you're one of those people that's always in the gray, suffer from indecision, you won't pick a time to meet. You won't pick a time or a day. You won't choose a destination. You staying in the gray. Gray is a sign of mediocrity. Gray is what they paint a broad brush with. Gray. Gray is very neutral. And I think when you get stuck in gray, it means that your indecisions is a decision that you made with your life. Just by being indecisive is a decision, not necessarily a good one. Am I speaking to somebody? Good evening, Miss Grippy. Am I speaking to somebody? So, I want to encourage us to learn how to encourage ourselves, but get out of our own way. Let's stop living in the gray. The gray is the people that move in masses. The gray, when you're in that gray area, that always give others the decision to make. The destination. The time. The when. The how. If you're always relinquishing those things to someone else, that's a clear indication that you are a very gray person. Gray means that there's probably not a whole lot of extraordinary things that are coming from you because you're leaving it up to others, especially when it comes to your own life. So don't be gray. Make a choice. Kendra say, wow. Yeah, so you learn this later in life. A lot of us learn a lot of things later in life. This is why I enjoy this second chapter of life. So if you're over the age of 40, 50 years old, if you're in your 50s or 40s or 60s, like this is really going to really make sense to you. because using the data of all your history, of all your mistakes, of all your triumphs, everything that you've lived through, survived through, whether it's some form of abuse, mental anguish, bad relationships, hurt, pain, guilt, shame, whatever it is, that's all data that could be used for the purpose of good. So this chapter that you're in right now, with who you are, because some of us have lost people along the way. Some of us are widows. Some of us were married and now single. Some of us are in different places, different states, different countries. Some of us are not where we used to be. And I'm saying that version of you, that old version of you, had to exist so that this version could now exist. But sometimes we have to let that part of us pass away, pass on, so that the new version and the new chapter of our life can be born. But the cool thing is you're not starting all over. You ever heard that old cliche, I wish I knew then what I know now? Where that's what the chapter 2 is about. The chapter 2 for my generation X and my baby boomers, we're in that chapter. We're in that chapter. So we're beginning this chapter with all this intel, with what you know now. So now's a good time to start doing what you've been putting off. See, you could have used a whole lot of that encouragement and motivation when you were younger, and direction when you were younger, but now we need to learn how to motivate ourselves, encourage ourselves. We don't need approval. We don't need solidification. We don't need as much feedback. We don't need everyone's input. We know who we are. By now, we should know who we are. Some of us have figured out our purpose. Some of us are still trying to figure it out. You got to figure out who you are and where you are in this conversation. Yes. So what are your thoughts? Hey, feel free, ask me questions, interrupt me. It is quite okay with me. Kendra said, you're starting with experience. I love chapter 2. I actually love this chapter. Once I got over the age of 50, I was like, wow. I was really unapologetically me. How many of you guys can relate? How many of you guys are unapologetically you? You should be unapologetically you. Polish the version of yourself that you are today and relinquish the version that you were yesterday. This is a much better version. We may not have the six packs and the flat stomachs, and we may not be as snappy and whippy. Some of us are. But at the end of the day, knowledge is so sexy on you. All your experience make you so beautiful. It makes you so bright, make you so smart. So we got to stop giving up on us so easy. Many of us, and this is another cool thing about this chapter here, many of us have dedicated the first chapter to the wrong things. Many of us have dedicated the first chapter to not so good relationships, circumstances, situations, locations. And we can't undo those, but what we can do is take who we are now with all that education, all that information, and move into this chapter of knowing who we are and identifying who we are and figuring out what we're going to do with who we are now that we know who we are. I'm talking to somebody. It is so beautiful when you reach the second chapter. It is so beautiful when you know who you are. That is like 75% of life's battle. A lot of us spend most of our life trying to figure out who we are and what our purpose is. Well, I said on the last show, your purpose really is who you are. That's the secret. Your purpose is who you are. And when you determine who you are, what you do with who you are is you moving in your purpose. And if you want to get to your purpose real smooth, you have to identify who you are and then know what is your gift. And your gift is not for you. Your gift is a service to the world. What gifts that you have that you may be hoarding and not sharing with the world? What stories have you accumulated and lived through that you're leaving untold? What talents that you're sitting on that the world has not been exposed to? A lot of us are wondering why we're in the state of our life that we are, or not doing better, or moving to the next level, is because everything that gets you to the next level is inside of you. Pull it out, pull it out, pull it out. Society has taught us to seek normality. Society has taught us to reach for average. The world is based on the average system. If you want to win, it's simple. Don't be gray. Don't be average. I'm just saying. All right, let me read this. It's beautiful when you can look at those abused. Let me read this statement. How do I read this statement? That's by Bruni. I couldn't read the whole one. It looks like a beautiful statement. Oh, there it is right there. It's beautiful when you can look at those who abuse you and forgive them because of your greatness. And that is powerful. When you forgive someone, you are really, really, really strengthening yourself. You're exercising your superpower. Thanks for that statement, Bruni. Betty says she agree. How you doing, Quantaby? Yeah, so put your thoughts in there. How you doing, Deborah? Let me give you an example. For those that follow and listen to me every Saturday, this is my season, so I'm typically, I own an audiovisual company, and I also manage musicians and artists. I have a band and also a solo artist that's doing really good in the Midwest and Mississippi. So we had a concert that we did. And you got to stick with me and get the story. Make it make sense. In this chapter of my life, I predicated every decision that I make on not being average. I do not like being average. So what does that do? That means that every event that I attend, I don't sit where everybody else sit, because I manifest that in my mind, because it's crowded in average. The lines are longer in average. Since I was about 48, 49 years old, I made up in my mind I was no longer going to seek being average, because I don't have the patience to wait anymore. So when I travel, I'm in the green room. I enter from the back of the stage. I'm on the stage. I'm in VIP. Not because I'm better than you. It's because I made up my mind that I just did not want to be average anymore. Because I didn't want to wait in the long lines. I didn't want to have to do what everybody do, because then it's a longer wait and the experience is not as great. I'm saying that you guys have the same power and the same ability to not be average. Being average is a choice. It's not a circumstance. It's not a sentence. It's a place that we choose to be. I'm saying that so that it can resonate with you. That many of you that are not average that are here, many of you are not average, but you're choosing to move in the group of average. Many of you are sitting on extraordinary gifts. Many are sitting on extraordinary talents and can do magnificent things. But it takes us to stop being lazy with us to get to the level where we need to be. What is it that you have that will make you extraordinary? See, a lot of us don't want to pay the price of being extraordinary, but it's just a little bit more time. It's just a little bit more effort. It's just a little bit more dedication, just a little bit more discipline to not be average. And then you'll figure out what I'm saying is life change for you when you make up in your mind that you don't want to be like everyone else. And I'm going to give you some simple tips on how not to be average. One of the things that I encourage you to do, if you have not done, video yourself talking to yourself for at least 1 minute, encouraging yourself to do what you owe you. For you to pursue that thing that you want to pursue. Average people don't do it. You know, some of these courses that I've taken and I've been taught by some of the best, including Les Brown, and I've paid a whole lot of money for this. And one thing that I learned is that successful people continue to succeed because average people continue to be average. Average people continue to be consumers. Consumers pay extraordinary people when they themselves are suppressing their extraordinary. Think about that. The world is built on the average system. So if you just want to be basic, that's fine. Basic people will always be consumers because that's what they sell to. They build things for basic people to buy all the time. When you become extraordinary, they pay you to wear their clothes. They dress you for free. They save you a seat. They give you name tags. They see there's something about being extraordinary, but you got to make up in your mind. See, I believe God made everybody to be extraordinary. It's your choice to suppress that. That's just me. That's just my Christian belief is I believe that every single person in this world were designed and created to be extraordinary, but they themselves chose to be ordinary. Something may have occurred. Someone may have said something. Someone may have sucked the life out of you. There may have been some loss, some guilt, some shame, some pain. Something made you ordinary. What turned you down? Keep tapping this screen, keep sharing. So, if you're one of those people, I'm speaking to you. I'm not asking you to say anything or do anything, but just think about, have you turned yourself down? Were you ever loud, living your best life, pursuing your dreams, had the world's best energy, was at the top of your game, and then something happened to you, and you kind of backed off of you? It became easier for you to support others. It became easier for you. There's always an excuse or a reason to not do you. Excuses I've heard. My kids. I'm just going to focus on him right now. I just want to get my kids through school. I just want to get through this situation. I just got 3 more years on the job. I just got. And you just got put in a box. And that's what we do. Giving up on ourselves is so easy. It's so easy for us to dedicate our lives to others. I'm going to take care of my parents. I'm going to take care of my kids. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do all these different things because that gives you an excuse not to be extraordinary. So when you find yourself saying, I just, that means you're gray. You're living in the gray. When you find yourself saying, I just want to be cool. I just want a little simple. I just, meaning I'm gray. You are built for whatever it is that you were gifted with when you got here. The problem is you turned you down. Let's find a way to turn ourselves back up. Renee said, yes, unfortunately. Bruni say, giving up was easy. Committing to the extraordinary is a life choice. Extraordinary, I'm telling you, every single one of you, look in the mirror, I'm telling you, there's something significant about each and every one of us. But at some point, somewhere in our lives, we decided not to be significant. 90% of us make majority of our decisions based on the 10% of people that we spend our life with, alleviating access to the other 90% of the world. So basically, your small family has helped you not make decisions for the rest of the world, because most of our decisions is made on the ideology of the people that are in our immediate circle. So based on our parents, our siblings, our kids, our neighborhood, our church, and our school, it makes up less than 1% of the world. But still, knowing that all those people and all those things make up only 1% of the world, we quit and we give up based on that 1%, never exploring the 99% of the rest of the world. There are millions of people that will love to partner with you. There are millions of people that will love your gifts, your talents. But they don't get exposed to it because we quit based on asking someone that's not qualified to solidify us. We quit based on feedback we're receiving from less than 1% of the nation. We quit based on someone calling us a name. We quit based on a relationship that ended, that should have never happened. We quit because we lost someone. We quit. We give up. Stop. So, a good way to get back, if you have stopped, if you have turned yourself down, is, I'm telling you, look in the mirror, do the video, encourage yourself, speak yourself through it. Older folks used to say, look at yourself in the mirror. Well, I'm going to reverse engineer. Look at yourself in the video camera, press record, and talk to yourself. And it's not going to make sense until you do it. But they say, and this is what I'm learning in my world, that most people will not do what's required to get what's desired. And this creates a catalyst for the wealthier to get richer and the average to stay in the gray. And that's the way the circle of life is created. It's based on the average system. So This is why the pharmaceutical companies do so well, because they know that there'll always be a need for medication, because the alternative to medication is for us to do something or not do something. Some of us, I'll give you examples, some of us will eat things and eat whatever we want to eat because there's a blood pressure pill. There's a pill that we can take that would allow us to not be disciplined. And you think it's harmless, but it's destroying your kidneys. But the other side of it is the pharmaceutical company depends on your decision to not change. That's why medicine and the healthcare system is booming. That's why the criminal justice system is booming. Because it's made and predicated on a system of not changing, of human behavior remaining the same. This is why we build more prisons. This is why we build more hospitals. This is why we have more medication. And this is why beauty supply stores make all the money. Why? Because it's predicated on the algorithm of our behavior. So I'm saying let's put these things out of business by doing something different. Holding ourselves accountable. Being more responsible. And I'm going to give you some tips. I like to leave us with tips. But I'm going to open up the floor a little bit. Anybody agree what I'm saying? I hope I'm helping somebody get out of their own way. Sister, brother, king, queen, there's something in your living room, something in your home, something in your heart. There's something somewhere inside of you that's not in the store that will get you to the next level. But you're probably in your way. Fear and being too smart for your own good. Are you one of those people that nobody can tell anything to because you know everything? Yes. You're welcome, Deborah. Renee says, I believe I'll try after I get it. Sweet B say more free. Let's speak about that. Fear. What do we do with it? We understand that we're not born with it. We're not born with it. So if you're not born with something, that means that it grew on you some kind of way. You were not born with fear, and most of us live 90-something% of our lives in fear. And it's the one thing that we were not born with. But we spend 90-something% of our lives stagnated, paralyzed by this thing. And study has it that most things that we're afraid of never happen. But we live most of our life in the area of fear and gray. And if you are one of those gray people, I'm going to encourage you by the end of the day, make up your mind to not be gray. So one of the assignments I want to do, I want to give you an assignment right now. Take a quick second and just think about your life. And I'm going to wait. Just think about your life as it flashed by. Just think about it for a few seconds. All right, now that you thought about it, in the areas that you're not happy, give you grace. Give yourself grace in the areas that you're not so proud of. In the areas that you're satisfied with, congratulate yourself. And then in the areas you need to be improved in, encourage yourself. If you do all this on film and play it back, you will empower you more than you can imagine. But although I'm saying this, most of you won't do it. Some will pay an astronomical amount of money for a course for someone to tell you what you already know. And I'm telling you for free. Give you grace. Honor yourself for what you've accomplished. And for what you have not, encourage yourself to do. That is absolutely free. Right? You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Deborah says, I have to go with the Bible. You can go with whatever you choose, Deborah. But whatever you do, understand fear gets you absolutely nowhere. And I don't care what Bible you're reading. If you follow what it says about fear, you will have none. Period. And I don't care what religion that is. There's no religious print that will tell you fear is okay. None. Shay say if you think of it as negative, it will be. You know, most of us have to get our hearts right. You're welcome. You're right, Deborah. So thank you for sharing the information. This is an open dialogue. Thank you. This is the season to invest in ourselves. Remind us that we're great. That's true. Thank you so much, Bruni. Beatty says, God did not give us the spirit of fear, but the power of love and sound mind. Thank you, Betty, for that. You're absolutely right. So what I'm saying in the gist of this conversation is that you are the catalyst to your next level. That you are the secret sauce to whatever you need. Everything that you desire to be is embedded in you. Turn off the self-suppressors. A lot of us unplugged ourselves. A lot of us hid from the universe. When something happened, we hid. We found nooks and crannies. We escaped from life, and we just found a way to exist. And a lot of us are just existing. And a lot of us are not willing to admit that we're just existing. Like, what's your plan? A lot of us don't have a plan. What's your plan? Where are you going? What you doing? What's your plan? A lot of us just don't have plans, and we're not willing to admit that. We are product of our own investments. Only the successful people are willing to admit that. What you invest in you shows in the returns. I don't know where you live. I don't know what you look like. I don't know what you've achieved. But whatever it is that you have and wherever you are, most of that you invested into. And if you're in a messy situation, you probably was an investor. But the same way to get out of that situation is to invest in the positive version. For every coin, there's two sides. So if you're on the dark side of life or you're on the downside of life, whether it's financial, relationship, health, whatever it is you're going through, you're not happy at your job, you're not happy with a circumstance, situation, your children, your relationship. For every dark side, there has to be a bright side. So start looking for the bright side. Everything that has brightness came from darkness first. Everything that we see that has light started out dark, period. Yes. So hopefully I'm helping somebody here. I'm going to take a minute and let you guys think about it. But listen, encourage yourself. The whole thing of the conversation was we were speaking about the video that I asked everybody to do. And I'm going to ask you again, if you missed it, just turn the camera on yourself for a minute. Get by yourself. Talk to yourself. Encourage yourself. Thank yourself. Reward yourself. Not only that, speak life into your tomorrow, into your future. Tell yourself what you're going to do. And then when you play it back, it's going to make sense. And I know it sounds corny. And I know most of you won't do it. But the science says that most people don't do the most simplistic stuff. Like, we don't do simple stuff because we think success and happiness should be hard. So sometimes when the most basic, simple things are put before us, we don't take advantage of it. Like investing, like doing something small until it comes large, putting away a few coins and doing this with it, or paying for self-help education, or enrolling into a course, or doing something beyond scrolling on social media, beyond Facebook, Instagram, all the different channels, right? Taking a step further, getting into something, going to a network event, meeting someone that's on a higher level than what you already are. A lot of us don't do it, and we still seek it. Self-development and financial growth is one of the most highest search engine words. Self-development, financial, sustaining, right? What's another one? Health, mental and physical. And in all of these areas, most of our problems are preventative. So that means that a lot of us are interested in it, but are not willing to put the work in to get the results. I know I'm going to lose some listeners, but that's the truth. A lot of us are not willing to do what it takes to get the results that we desire. And it always stays right here at listening, not necessarily moving. Hold yourself accountable. Go beyond just scrolling on the screen. What's the next step? What button you click? What do you have to engage in? How do you need to invest? See, that's where the growth is. A lot of us think that we're learning because we're just listening. All right, after you get through listening to all this motivation, what will you do next? That's where the growth is. I'm talking to somebody. So, hey, listen, if you are one of those people that feel like you are stuck, I used to be stuck. A lot of folks are still stuck. At some point, if you want to be unstuck, you're going to have to do more than tell yourself, I'm going to get unstuck. You have to take a step. If you're in a relationship, or you're on a job, or your health is not what you want it to be, and your bank account is not what you desire it to be, you have to go beyond the level where you are. Things must look different for you. So, like I said earlier, here's a clue, right? You have to stop being who you are so that you can become who you want to be. A lot of y'all gonna miss that. Hey Barbara, how you doing? Betty said apply it. Hey, so ask me questions on give me a situation. For those people that did the video, put your comments. I want to read your comments. I'm going to say that again for you, Ronnie. Yeah, I think you want me to repeat that. To become the person that you desire to be, you have to stop being who you are. Your past got you to become who you are. But this version of yourself probably won't get you to the next level until you relinquish whatever you're holding on to. So let go of this version so that the next version can appear. All right, so thanks for putting that. Renee said it was amazing. She got emotional when she videoed herself and she played it back. She got emotional. Some folks say they noticed that their eyes look a different way. They noticed that their mouth move differently. Some people notice they talk with their hands, but some people can see the sincerity of what they were saying. Some people got emotional. Some people were proud of themselves. Some people inspired themselves. But this is all absolutely free, but it feels so corny. But the study says that most people they will not do anything to better themselves and wonder why they're not getting better. And I'm telling you, for free, give yourself grace. Give yourself grace from your history. Acknowledge your accomplishments and then encourage yourself to get to where you need to go. I just gave you game. We need to use it. But I know y'all not going to use it. But this is why you'll see me on the stage, behind the stage, stage right, stage left, VIP. This is why we get to sit in these particular areas, because we take this simple stuff and we apply discipline to it, and it works for us. And this is what creates wealth. But also understanding that average people and people that live in the gray continue to feed the wealthy. They continue to feed the economy because the economy is dependent on us not doing certain things, i.e. pharmaceutical. This is why Social Security and retirement age is at a certain level, because they know based on your behavior how long they expect you to live. And they don't want you to receive all the benefits because they want to keep it in the pool. And by doing exactly what is expected will render results of you, A, being put on medication. At some point, the longevity of that medication creates subliminal issues and more subliminal issues. And then it spirals out of control, and you become part of a system that's predicated on your time. And you can extend your time by extending your mind. Let's get out of the system, our school systems. Shout out to all my beautiful teachers out there. The government system, and I'm not anti-government, but I'm saying that the system is created based on the algorithm of our behavior. And this is how it flows. The system teaches young folks how to become employees, right? It doesn't teach us how to become employers. It teaches us how to work for others. It's a system. So if you have grandchildren or children, including yourself, teach yourself how to be a boss. Even while you're being employed, have a boss mentality. All right, so let's see who else did this. Renee said, I agree. It was life changing. A part of KY now. I hope I read that right. Michelle P says, after the video, I also got emotional, but I felt better, and I also got my stepdaughter to do it. Bam! These are game changers. Renee, shout out to you. Shout out to Bruni, Michelle Peace. These people are saying it works. It's going to be emotional. But my God, you're going to feel so much better when you talk to you, because you trust you 100%. And you have always been there for you. And you are the only person that could let you down. Period. So Shay said it works. Michelle Peace, Renee, man, I love it. I love it. You got to do it. Listen, don't say that Coach Rich is not helping folks. You got to do this stuff. You got to do it. Or you can stay where you are. So now that you have done it, those people that have embarked on it and have done it, now you know you're next. Because one piece of information that you do, once you solidify something for yourself, it tells you what to do next. It gives you clarity. So it's kind of hard to teach someone an advanced level of doing something when they won't take the first step. And the first step is accountability, and talk to yourself. And I know it sounds weird, but guess what? This is what people on my level and all the millionaires, this is what they do. I know. I hope I'm helping you. I'm telling you. A lot of us are walking around here burdened from our past, burdened from the history, burdened from the mistakes we made, burdened for thinking that we should be further along in life than what we are. A lot of us are walking around with these heavy burdens. And this is why I say, give yourself some peace. That's what I'm saying. Give yourself some peace. So I'm going to take this next few minutes to answer some questions. If you guys have some questions, be honest with me. I'll be honest with you. Listen, we all family. But listen, I'm about empowering people to get from that place to the next level. And this doesn't mean that you're broken. This doesn't mean that you're broke. This doesn't mean you're not successful. It doesn't mean any of that. It just means that in life, sometimes we end up in places and we don't know how we got there. And sometimes we end up turning ourselves down due to situation, circumstances. You know, if you're that person that at the dinner table or at lunch, if you find yourself talking a lot about what you used to be and what you used to do, that's a clear indication that you're stuck. Because a lot of us find happiness in talking about the best parts of our lives. And the reason we're not speaking about what's going on now, because we're not really doing much now. Let's bring the conversation current. Let's get excited about who we are today. Let's bring today's conversation to the table, to the lunch room, to the lunch break, to dinner, to the restaurant, to happy hour. Let's talk about today. Let's talk about who we are today and how excited we are to be in the skin that we're in. How happy we are being 50, 40, 60, 70, whatever age. Let's talk about that. But if you find yourself stuck, girl, I remember I used to. That means that around that time is when you really stop living, because that's all you really desire to talk about is what you used to. And that's a sign to me that you're stuck in the 90s, that you're stuck in the 2000s and you're stuck in the 80s, what have you been doing? Let's talk about what happened last week. Let's celebrate your latest. A lot of us still dress like the 1990s and 80s. We still behave like an older generation. We still move like our best times because we're stuck in that era, but life is moving on without you. This is a good indication. If you can't walk into the store and buy something for you to wear today because they don't make your clothes anymore, it's time to level up. If you find yourself having to make your clothes, you might be stuck in time. If you find yourself constantly talking about what you used to do and who you used to be, you stuck in that era. I'm sorry, don't cancel me. Let's get into what's going on today. Let's live our best life today. Let's encourage ourselves. Start out by giving yourself grace. Then acknowledge all that you've accomplished and all that you've survived through. And for where you would like to be, encourage yourself. And what will sustain you for the rest of your life will be your hope, belief, and discipline, in that order. Thanks, Brenda. Say, Coach, you're number one. I really appreciate and enjoy you to the utmost. Thank you so much. Listen, I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys. Juanita, how you doing? Beautiful. Said teach it. So listen, hey, you're welcome, Michelle. Hopefully that I'm inspiring you, because what I don't want to do is keep coming here and having the same conversations and we're in the same place. Let's grow together. I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm not smarter than anybody else that's on this platform. I probably take more risk than you. I'm probably not as fearful as you, but I'm no different. But I'm always at the front. I'm always in VIP, not because I'm better, because I made the decision to not be average. Will you make that decision to use what you have? Will you make that decision to not live in the gray? A lot of us are living in the gray. If you one of those people that want to be left alone, what happened? If you one of those people that don't want to be bothered, why? If you one of those people that suffer from indecision and you always letting others pick a location for you to go to, pick a time for you to be there, pick what it is you're going to eat, what you're going to do, where you're going to do it, because it don't matter. You keep saying it don't matter, that's a sign that you living in gray. If you one of those people that always go with the flow, you in the gray. Most people that go with the flow and don't make decisions on what to do and where to go and how to do it, these are the people, and I'm talking to somebody, these are the folks that have settled for mediocrity. It's okay to go with the flow sometimes, but if you always going with the flow, that is queen or king mediocrity. Let's stop living in mediocrity. Let's stop hiding. You don't have to hide. The boogeyman is gone. The situation is over. What didn't happen, didn't happen. You still a queen, right? You still a king. You still significant. You still matter. and your dream is still relevant. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. How you doing, Miss High Stepper? Broomy say, and we are made fierce. We are. Let's act like it. Let's prove statistical data wrong. Right? Let's put the pharmaceutical business out of business. Right? Let's put some of the systematic systems out of business because we're following the algorithm and we're behaving like the world predict we would. What if we shocked the world? What if we did something different? I'm just saying. What if you did something that you've never done before? I'm willing to bet the results will be phenomenal. So for those folks that are willing to take that, have taken the challenge and have gotten results, they have shared them with you. Listen, there's no tricks. Listen, a lot of us don't like to hear ourselves speak. A lot of us cannot look at ourselves on video. You know why? Because a lot of us are afraid to deal with our truth. Come on, come on, come on, come on. The reason why we don't want to hear ourselves speak or play back a video and look at ourselves is because a lot of us are going to see the true version of who we really are. But this is where the change happens. Don't go paying somebody to help you find you, and you're not even lost. Listen, I'll preach. You are not lost. You looking for you? Put that video camera on yourself. Sit down and have a conversation with you. And when you play it back, it's going to be empowering. It's going to be emotional. If you ain't ready to cry, you might not want to do it, but it's going to be emotional. So I'm asking you, these are facts. You know who you are. Be who you were intended to be. If you're not, you're offending God if you're a believer in Christ. Be unique. Don't be ordinary. Be extraordinary. It's crowded with ordinary people. It really is. Be extraordinary because you were created to do that. So listen up. Hey, listen, a few house rules. Thanks, Rosie. Appreciate it, Dorothy and Betty. Betty Thompson said, you came for me. I'm coming for all y'all. I'm coming for all y'all. Listen, if you call me extraordinary and you think I'm a genius, that's an excuse for you not to be one, because we are all the same. I'm just not afraid of me. Why are you afraid of you? Nobody's better than you at all. God made us all geniuses. We're all geniuses. I'm going to tell you why. Because no two DNAs are the same. That makes you a genius. You're a subject matter expert in your own DNA. And all you got to do is be the best version that you could possibly be. You are irreplaceable in the fashion of which I'm speaking. You are a subject matter expert. You are a genius. You are genetically created to be extraordinary. And if you're not, it's because you turned you down. Something may have happened. Forgive that person. Move on beyond that situation. If you are still stuck in a place of damage, get repaired. If you're stuck into whatever happened to you and whoever did it to you and you got somebody to blame, and then there's always life. If it happened, it may not be your fault. But if you stayed there, that's on you. You free. Be the best version that you could possibly think of you. All your shapes, your curves, your dents, the wrinkles, your pretty smile. You know, if you got an eye that go, mine go a little bit to the left on this one. Hey, listen, ain't no mistakes made, man. I'm perfectly imperfect, and I love me. Love yourself. Love yourself. All right. So listen, the 3 things I want to leave you with. 1, if you haven't did the video challenge, here's the thing about the video challenge. Do it. Turn the video camera on yourself. Talk to yourself for a minimum of a minute. Encourage yourself. Apologize to yourself. Do what you got to do. Talk to you and encourage yourself, because you're the best person for you. And then play it back. I don't want to see it. Don't show it to nobody. It's between you and you. And I promise you, it will change your life. I promise you. I got a few people on here already that's saying it's making a difference. And then the other thing I want you to do is give yourself some grace. Acknowledge all that you've been through and all that you've accomplished. 3, encourage yourself. If you're not where you like to be, and if you're not doing what you would love to do, encourage you to do it. I'm telling you, this is game. Stop looking up to people when you can look inside yourself. Look, like Aretha Franklin said, look into your heart with a positive mind. I think I'm going to play that song. I like that song. Look into your heart. Let me see if I can find that. Hey, so some housekeeping. I know I wasn't here Saturday. I actually performed at a concert. I hadn't been on stage in a long time. Felt good to bring out my artist, T. Holloway. Shout out to them and the whole Mississippi family and past Christian Mississippi. And I had an opportunity to go to New Orleans and where else? Alabama. So, hey, listen, this is a busy season for me, so I couldn't be here Saturday. And I won't be here this Saturday, but I will be here Friday to make up for that. So I'll be here this Friday. All right? Friday. I'll be here live. We're busy in busy season. So I'll be here Friday. And we got some changes going on. We got some new people coming on. So if you want to join the network, if you want to be part of the network, Bridget or Renee, Ronnie, put the information or the links inside the pin it to the top somewhere. Hold on 1 second. Don't go nowhere. I'm about to wrap up, but I want to leave y'all with this. Make sure, let me speak to my folks on don't go nowhere. So put the website, make sure you go to the website. I'm going to be putting out a course. And I really want you guys to take the course. And the name of the course is Queen, Fix Your Crown, Queen. Fix Your Crown, Queen. I'm going to be putting on that course. But I want you to subscribe to the website. Make sure you follow me so you can receive that information. because it's going to be important. It's going to be really focused on women that have been through something and maybe going through something, good, bad, or indifferent, and how to get from that place strategically from being stuck to, hey, Silver Fox, how you doing? I didn't even see you over there. I wasn't logged on. Hey, beautiful. Hey, Mom. Music and everybody that's over there. All right. So the name of it is Fix Your Crown, Queen. Make sure you go to the website and get some of the free stuff. Read the books, download the information, and 'cause I don't want you to miss it. And the cool thing about it is it's for free. All right. So let me find a track I want y'all to hear. This is on the fly. This is live streaming. So y'all bear with it, brother. Hey Tanya, how you doing? Yeah, fix your crown, queen. That's going to be the topic. Yeah, and metaphorically, you know what that means, to fix your crown. So basically, we're all kings and queens. That's the way I see us, right? But some of us, our tiaras or queen or crowns have been tilted a little bit by life. I want to help us figure out how to fix our crown or our tiara. I want to talk about that in detail, and it's going to be an emotional conversation because I'm going to have you look into yourself. And then as we look into ourselves, I'm going to bring us out of that place of darkness or luggage or baggage and get us back to where we need to be. Thank you, Renee. Thank you for that crown. I really, because I think queens really, truly are the epitome of what the world needs. And a lot of these bad relationships that we're in, a lot of times are derivative from you guys accepting certain behaviors, and then also certain behaviors that you exhibit. The truth of the matter is the queens are really in control, but we act like we're not the queens. I'm speaking to my queens. And a lot of us have allowed men and circumstances in life to push us in the place where we feel like we were not good enough, or we would not be accepted, or should not be accepted. So we have learned to alter who we were created to be and what we look like and what we represent. Somehow or another, we got off track a little bit, and we began to find ways to modify who we really are to be accepted. And a lot of this come from brokenness. I'm giving you an example. A lot of queens cut their hair when they want to feel free from something. It's a sign. Now, if you rock short haircuts, this is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about somebody that has long, natural, beautiful hair, and you cut your hair. It's a sign of searching for some level of freedom. And I want to dive into that because I have an understanding on how our crowns end up being tilted and what causes it a lot of times. So I really want to dive into that conversation, but I want you guys to go to the site after this show and make sure that you register and follow that. And this course is going to be absolutely free. And then there'll be an opportunity for you guys to have some one-on-one. Myself and Bridget will be putting this course on together. So please join us on this. I think it's necessary because I do a lot of coaching, and I coach 90% women, and I think there's a commonality on most of you guys are fabulous and innovative and creative and talented. And then when I ask the question, why aren't you embarking or doing that in the world of what you're suppressing? And it all goes back to a story or a situation or circumstance. And a lot of people are still in that place from 7 years ago, from 10 years ago, from 15 years ago, a lot of us are stuck there. And I think that if we can get you at a place where you can straighten up your crown and start to see clear, then the decisions that you guys make would really be a game changer in the world. I'm going to do my part, and hopefully you'll take and you invite some people, and you guys could share the information that I share with you. I'm a certified this course myself. You know why I'm a certified? Because I have 5 sisters and a beautiful mother. I have no brothers. So I was raised with nothing but women. So I saw the highs, I saw the lows, I saw the shame, I saw the guilt, I saw the struggles of being beautiful and being accepted. I saw the trends of the culture of if I behave this way or if I do certain things. And I saw the letdown. And I saw, in the variations of my siblings who are all sisters, I saw the ones that were empowered, and I saw the ones that kind of struggled to find themselves. I saw it all. So I'm certifying this course because these are all women that I was raised with. And I saw it. And I saw a powerful woman pull all these young ladies and turn them into women and queens. And I'm saying that I understand a lot. And I think I'm at a place where I can have this conversation with my queens who crowns have been tilted by a bump in the road, and it doesn't mean that you're not successful, because you can be CEOs and have a tilted crown. You can be a boss lady and have a tilted crown, but there's pain from narcissism. There's pain from domestic abuse. There's pain from being left high and dry and disappointed. There's pain from resentment and loss and guilt. Like there's something, but when we identify this, I can pull us out of this, right? And get us back. Like I say, I think I'm at 25 businesses that I help people start this year already. 25 limited liability companies. And I want to inspire you to do something, whatever that is. Rather, it's go ahead and start your book. Go ahead and get your lemonade stand or whatever it is you're going to do. I want to inspire you to use your superpower, and that's what this course is about. So please make sure you go to the website and subscribe, and I'll be sending out some information via Bridget. And that's what it's all about. So I'm going to leave you with this. I'll be back Friday. We'll have a good time Friday. But I'm going to leave you with this. Make sure you empower yourself by these 3 things. Always give yourself grace. Always acknowledge your accomplishments and what you've lived through. And always encourage yourself. Don't leave it up to nobody else, because encouragement runs out externally. But it's up for you. It's up to you to keep it lit internally. All right? Hey, be blessed. Bubbly. Who else? Dorothy said exactly. All right, so hey, love you guys. I want to leave you guys with these 2 songs. If you want to hang around, listen to them. It's to inspire you, but I want you to understand that what's inside of you is all you need. Just look into your heart, all right?
Do
Friday. I'll be here Friday at 8 o'clock Eastern.
I wanna give it to you, baby. Yeah, baby. So if you look into your heart,
Hey, be blessed. Good to see you.
with a positive mind, go ahead and take some inventory of your woman and your glory, and leave the bad things behind. Ooh, I know my man, he really loves me. We don't have that every day.
I'll repost it. Be blessed.
My man really needs me.
Hey, Dodie,
Whatever he
how you doing?
do, I wanna do it with you, baby. Oh, mercy, baby, mercy, shoot down to the sky. Shoot, love's not an easy game, and it's strong, it's strange. Now that I
Appreciate the roses, DJ Coco Rowe.
see me and what I
Hey, Melody.
do, I wanna do it with you, baby. Baby, loving you more and more, and giving you all of me. Yeah.
Yes.
Mercy, baby. Loving you more and more.
Yes, I had to play that song, man, because that's like really sentimental to the message. The message was pretty much about you looking at yourself and looking into your heart, and that everything that we have, everything that we need is inside us. Just look into your heart. So make sure you're subscribing and following. And like I say, just stay tuned. If you're subscribing, I'm going to send out some information on the course, Fix Your Crown Queen. For those of you that may have been through something that may be a little bit stuck, we're going to get unstuck and get ready for the next level, because 2025 is going to be extremely extraordinary. But we're going to start right now. We're going to start right now. And I got some information that's going to rock you. It's going to blow your socks off, and it's going to help you identify why we might be stuck and what pain we may be in that we don't realize. And I'm going to pull us out of it, and we're going to straighten our crowns. How about that, Queens? All right? Enjoy the rest of your day. This has been a Rich Live production. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. Shout out to my moderators, and I'm going to end on this note, all right? Have a good rest of your day.
Okay. I'm about to have a good day. No matter what they say. The sun is shining down on me. Birds are singing praise. I'm about to have a good day. In every single way. The God who made the universe knows me by my name, so it's a good day. Baby in my arms, walking through the neighborhood, living in the present, not what I shoulda or could. I remember back when I was low as a rug. Now I'm standing up, look at what my father does, turning all things new, gray skies blue. Hear the church say, won't he do it? I know he's got my back. That's why I'm singing that. I'm about to have a good day. No matter what they say. Sun is shining down on me. Birds are singing praise. I'm about to have a good day. In every single way. The God who made the universe knows me by my name, so it's a good day. It's a good day, no, it's great. Everything I prayed for didn't come in late. I got all I need and I didn't have to wait. Ask me if you love me, you didn't hesitate. Turning all it's a good day.